and welcome. Ryo here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Galaxy Eyes deck profile. A lot of the cards most people already know, so I'm not going to sit and talk through them. I'm just going to show you the cards that I run. It's a fun, casual deck that I really enjoy using. So without further ado then, let's get on with the deck profile, and hopefully you'll all enjoy it. So of course we run 3 copies of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, the main card in the deck. It's no point using 2 or 1, you want 3 in here. It helps, and it's a really good card. And run 1 copy of Galaxy Eyes Afterglow. A lot of people say run 2, but I just find the balance isn't right. I prefer just 1. There's a lot of cards that can add it straight to your hand. So I only run 1 copy. I run 3 copies of Galaxy Knight just to bring back Galaxy Eyes from the graveyard, because there's a lot of cards that actually send it to the grave, so it's kind of helpful. So 3 copies of Galaxy Knight and 2 copies of Galaxy Brave. You send a Photon monster, or you reveal a Photon monster, and then you can special summon it, and its level becomes that monster's. So a lot of times I run it with Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon mainly. I run 2 copies of Galaxy Soldier. A lot of people know why. You send a light monster from your hand to the grave and special summon it, and then you can add another Galaxy monster. Is it Galaxy? Yeah. You can add a Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand. I run 2 copies of Galaxy Wizard. You know, when summon it becomes a level 8. Good for Xyz players. It's the only reason I use it, unless I have to use its tribute effect. But I mainly use it for the level increase. On 2 copies of Photon Orbital, you equip it from your hand, and then you can send it to add a Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand. So it's kind of helpful. I run 2 copies of Photon Vanisher. If you control a Photon monster, you special summon it. Well, if you control Photon or Galaxy, you special summon it. Then you can add the Galaxy Eyes from your deck to your hand. I run 1 copy of Advancer. Mainly because it's an easy special summon level 4. I use it for mainly the link play, but it does come in handy as well for other cards. I want 1 copy of Photon Crusher. Again, it's just for 1 specific card, but sometimes it does come in helpful. So that's it then for the Photon cards. Starting off with the non-Photon monsters, I run 2 copies of Bigfoot. It's an easy level summon, level 8 summon. You just shuffle, reveal it, your opponent picks. Hopefully they'll hit a Galaxy Eyes if you have one. You special summon it. Then draw a card. I want 1 copy of Galaxy Thunderbird. Same reason. It's an easy level 8. I want 2 copies of Galaxy Artifact Scythe, sorry. I was going to say Galaxy Scythe. Artifact Scythe, just for its second effect of, if it's destroyed set in your opponent's turn, the card special from the extra deck. 1 copy of Artifact Lancia, so your opponent can't banish cards. Something like PKs really do like banishing, so it helps. And then 1 copy of the Moraltak, whichever one you want to call it, just because it can pop a card on the field. And the last 2 monsters then are these 2, Draenoxy and Powered Warrior. The only reason he's in this deck is for his Pendulum effect of when your opponent declares an attack, you destroy it from the Pendulum Zone and it ends the battle. So it's a really good defensive card. So that's it for the monsters then. Going on to the spells, I run 2 copies of Galaxy Expedition. If you control level 5 or higher, Galaxy or Photon monster, you special summon. So if you control Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, special summon the Afterglow. I run 2 copies of the new Hyper Galaxy. Amazing card, so happy I got my 2 copies from King's Court. It's a quick play spell. Target 1 monster with 2000 or more attack, except Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Then target 1 monster your opponent controls with 2000 or more attack. You tribute it, and if you do, special 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon monster from your hand, deck, or grave. It's a quick play spell, but it's that targeting that I think they shouldn't have really done. It should have just been tribute one of yours, one of your opponents. But yeah, you get special 1 Galaxy Eyes with it, and it's really helpful. Next up then, I want 2 copies of Photon Hand. You pay 1000 life points, you take control of your opponent's monsters. If you control Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. If you don't, it has to be an Xyz monster. Quick story about this. A friend of mine was actually using rank 10 trains. Well, he was using them as the extra deck, not actually the full deck. I think it was Dark Lords he was using. He summoned out the Libra, the big one that they use. Is it the Juggernaut? And I actually drew this when I needed it. Paid 1000 life points because I was on like 1200. Took control of his monsters and actually attacked. I won it with it. So it was very, very helpful. 1 copy of Photon Sanctuary just to create the tokens. That's the only reason I use it. 1 copy of Trance to bring back Photon and a Galaxy, so Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon and Galaxy Afterglow Dragon. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, because you send a lot of stuff to the grave. 1 copy of Raigeki, just in case you need it. And 1 copy of Artifact Ignition, just because I run artifacts. So it's really easy, really good way to get them straight to the field. So for the traps then, I run 2 copies of Photon Change. It's a quick, continuous trap that gets destroyed in the second standby phase. You can send a Galaxy or Photon monster you control to the grave. If you do, you get to special summon a Photon monster from your deck with a different name, or you get to add a Photon card from your deck to your hand. If you use Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, you get to activate both. And I run 2 copies of a new card, but only for one reason, the Eternal Bond. It's the first effect. Target any number of Photon monsters in your graveyard and special summon them, but their effects are negated. It's the only reason. 2 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons. You can easily summon them from the grave. It's the only reason I use them. So that's it then for the main deck. For the extra deck, I know a lot of people are going to be saying like I should be running this, running that. Yes and no. I just run it how I enjoy it. Like I said, it's a fun casual deck. I don't want to make it. Some of the cards I do have I run in different decks, so that's why they're not in this one. So starting off then, we use Galaxy Eyes Cypher X Dragon at 1 copy. It's a 4,000 attack point monster, really easy to summon, and it's an amazing extra deck card. And then 1 copy of Cypher Blade, because it can be swapped over Cypher Dragon, and you can detach material and pop a card. That's why I run 2 copies of Galaxy Cypher Dragon. You detach a material, and you take control of one of your opponent's monsters, and then for the rest of the turn, its name becomes Cypher Dragon. So I believe it is just Cypher Dragon. Its name becomes Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. So you can basically use his effect, take control of your opponent's monsters, bring out Blade, or bring out X. Whichever way you want to do it. I want 2 copies of Neo Galaxy Eyes, mainly for the negate effect. A lot of people run XEs, but it's a really easy. It's actually a lot easier with the dangers, and the other support I've got on this to summon now. So very good card. I want 1 copy of number 62 Prime Dragon, because of Afterglow using its effect. This card can be really evil. I want 1 copy of Galaxy Eyes Full Armor for its pop effect and its 4,000 attack point. I want 1 copy of the new Hieratic Sky Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis, whichever one you want to call it. 2 level 8 monsters, once per turn. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a card from your hand, your graveyard, and or banished cards, quick effect, you can detach material, negate the activation if you do destroy it. So it's not actually a bad card, it's really helpful. I want 1 copy of number 90, Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, just because he's really useful. I want 1 copy of number 97, Drag Lubion, I believe that's how you say his name. I don't actually use it for its effect that often. It's more of a backup card with this deck, because I only have Prime as a number. But yeah, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. So it's 3,000 can't be targeted. Really good. As I was saying before with the Galaxy Eyes, the Galaxy Soldiers, everyone knows it's used for Nova, because you use Nova with them and create your Infinity. Everyone knows that. Most Galaxy players will have them. Next up then, the other level 5 I run is Artifact Durandal, I believe that's how you say his name. For its first effect, when a monster effect is activated, or a normal spell or trap card is activated, you can detach this. The activated effect becomes destroy 1 spell or trap your opponent controls. Use artifacts, that's why it's there. And then you can detach 1 material from this card. Each player with a hand shuffles their entire hand into the deck and then draws the same number of cards as shuffled into the deck. I don't use that one, I use the first one, just to get an artifact out, mainly Scythe. And then the last card for this deck is of course the Link Monster, Galaxy Eyes Solar Flare. You know, it's been out for ages, it's a really good card. And the tokens I was saying, or the Advanced Photon Crusher, it's what it's used for. So with that then, that is the full deck profile. There is a little thing I just want to add on to the end of this, and that is a few more little options that I'm thinking I can use. One of them is Abyss Dweller, because it's really, really good. One of them is Stylish Photon Blast for the extra deck. This is main side deck, sort of other options. I always side deck 2 copies of Skullmeister, because when the card is activated in your opponent's graveyard, you can send it from your hand and negate the effect. And the last one mainly I use other ones. I'll skip that one for now. I'll go Danger Ogopogo, easily level 8 summon. Photon Thrasher for the special summon. And the last card then I was on about is this, Numeral Hunter. It's basically kiting a card. If your opponent tries using numbers against you, if this card is summoned, return all number XYZ monsters on the field to the extra deck. Neither player can special summon number XYZ monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle with an Xyz monster. This card is unaffected by the effects of Xyz monsters. So it's not actually bad, it's kind of helpful. So yeah, I do run them sort of like a side deck option, but I run them just in case as well. So with that then, I'm going to end this video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.